Hi, welcome back to Banana Imperium Sports. This is the weekly sports roundup. So I'm not going to waste any time because I have a lot to talk about. The Premier League results last week, the Champions League, the Europa League. There's like 20 something games have been going on since the weekend to now. Without wasting so much time, I'll start with the Premier League. And so I had predicted a couple of games, and I got like 80% of the predictions right. And so the big one was Manchester United losing to Brighton 3-1. That was not a shocker to me, but for others it was a shocker because I had predicted 2-1 and Manchester United lost 3-1. Aston Villa, Crystal Unai schooled Roy Hodgson 3-1. So Aston Villa won 3-1. Newcastle Brentford, that ended in 1-0 at Newcastle's ground. Bournemouth, this one I got it wrong. Bournemouth Chelsea. I know I do understand they have a lot of injuries, but the draw for me, Chelsea should be winning such games if they really want to make it even to Europe. But they're on a come up, and it's still early, so let's see what they have in store for the coming few weeks. Everton, Arsenal 1-0. It has been a long time coming. Arsenal, for the first time in 6 years, won at Everton's ground. Last year, remember, we lost 1-0. The year before that, 2-1. So it has been a tough ground to imagine how long it has been. Like the last time we won at Everton, it was Ozil scoring and them time. So it was a tough game, and we did dominate them, although there were many chances that were wasted. But finally we got a goal from Trossard, and 1-0. And it is what it is. A win is a win, and so we move. So for Nottingham Forest, Burnley on a Monday, to enter draw. Wolves, Liverpool is one of the 4 teams, including Arsenal, Tottenham, and Man City, that have not lost a game. So they won against Wolves 3-1 at Molineux Park. Luton Town, Fulham were at home, and they won 1-0. Tottenham Sheffield, an exciting game that saw Tottenham extend their unbeaten run by scoring 2-1 at the Tottenham Stadium. Aston Villa is in my head. West Ham City, they created a lot of chances. West Ham started by scoring, and then they got a chance. Doku leveled. They went on. Haaland, as usual, he had missed a lot of chances, but yet I scored, and the game ended 3-1 at the London Stadium. And the big one, of course, Manchester United, Brighton. As I said, as I predicted, I saw them losing by 2-1. They lost by 3-1. So let's transition on to the Champions League. So the first game of the Champions League was held on a Tuesday. So Milan, Newcastle, they went 0-0. Young Boys, Leipzig, it ended up on 3-1. Leipzig won. Barcelona, Antwerp. This one was an exciting game, although there was a misbalance because at the moment Barcelona looking like they have found their feet, and now with the addition of Joao Felix, he's In fact, from the Tuesday games, he was the standout player because he scored. And yeah, for the last 2 games for Barcelona, he's provided an assist and scored 2 goals. And it's a dream start for Joao Felix, who seemed like things were not working for him at Atletico. And he was on a spell at Chelsea, a loan spell at Chelsea. Things really never kicked on. They never wanted to continue with him, so he went back to Atletico. And clearly Simeone does not prefer to use him at the moment, even though they are struggling. So it's like he's finding his feet again, and he's doing the most for this new club, which scored 5-0 at Camp Nou against Antwerp. Feyenoord Celtic 2-0. Lazio Atletico. As I said, Atletico are not looking that well. The game ended in a draw. Man City Veneveda. The game ended in a 3-1. PSG Dortmund. This one of the fixtures that is common in the few years that Champions League has been played. PSG won 2-0. Shakhtar Donetsk and Porto, very exciting game, but Porto scooped 3 points by scoring 3-1 against Shakhtar. On Wednesday, Galatasaray, which of course did a lot of business. They have the former player of Arsenal, Lucas Torreira, who plays in the midfield. Dombele is another addition from Tottenham. Wilfred Zaha from Crystal. These are players that they got from the Premier League, so they have a very strong squad at the moment, experienced squad. Not the players are not in their prime, but of course it's a decent squad. So Galatasaray against Copenhagen. Copenhagen, in fact, was leading till 87 minutes, and Galatasaray came back, and they did their thing, and the game ended 2-2. So the last minute drama was very exciting. Real Madrid, Union Berlin. Real created a lot of chances, and they were hitting the post from the likes of Joselu, others call him Joselu. Rodrigo hit the post. Bellingham missed a couple of chances, and they were dominating Union Berlin, but the dying minutes of the game, Bellingham squared it, and 1-0 for Real Madrid. So the Real they really struggled to get a goal, but they got a goal and 3 points. Arsenal PSV, for the first time again in 6 years, Arsenal were back in the Champions League. It felt right, and so once you're a big team, you're a big team. The likes of Man City, they can't chat anything to us, because Arsenal are a big team. Manchester United are a big team, and they have a massive following, and it's different when Arsenal is in the conversation. It's different when Manchester United is in the conversation, even though the last few years have not been easy on Arsenal and Manchester United, but the two being on this level, it's a good look. And so Arsenal had a dream start, and we had a couple of Arsenal is one of those teams that that is the least experienced in terms of Champions League, because the only players that have played in the Champions League that started were Jesus and Zinchenko. So the rest were they have gotten maybe a chance to play and there, but the likes of Saka, Trossard, these are players that are new in this competition, and they did well. So Arsenal 4-0 against PSV at the Emirates. Bayern, Manchester United, an exciting game, and yeah, so they were playing at the same time as Arsenal, so I chose to watch my club's game. But looking at the highlights, I was popping in at Manchester's game, but I spent most of the 90 minutes watching my team's game, and from the highlights, it was an exciting game. Great game from Musiala, great game for Garnacho. I mean, Højlund, who scored his first goal for Manchester United. I think he's a quality striker, and they'll be massive for them. They have been missing that kind of a killer striker. So it was Onana took responsibility for allowing some goals to enter because of his mistakes, and yeah, they have a chance to fight. As I said, Manchester United might qualify, and I really hope they go on, because yeah, as I said, Manchester United and Arsenal, when they are in the conversation, yeah, people follow these teams, and it's massive. And Benfica, Salzburg won 2-0. Braga and Napoli it went 2-1. Sociedad, Inter Milan 1-1. Another exciting game. I mean, the teams are equal in terms of quality and how they strike, how they defend. So yeah, the game ended in a draw. And in fact, Inter Milan were losing, so they scored. Lautaro Martinez scored in the last minute, and so yeah, as I said, Wednesday night was full of action, and the games were very interesting. And finally, Sevilla and Lens, which are teams that are in the same group B, I think, with Arsenal and PSV. They drew 1-1. So that's for the Champions League. And now let me transition to Europa League. Europa League, a crazy one as well. There are teams. Europa League this season looks very tough, because the likes of Ajax is there. We have West Ham, Brighton, Leverkusen, Roma, Rennes, Toulouse, Liverpool, Sporting CP, which knocked out Arsenal the last season. Rangers are there. There are many teams that should be in the Champions League that are playing in the Europa League, and I think, yeah, Europa League is one of the leagues that we must have to join the conversation, even though we are no longer playing in the Europa League. So Union SG, Toulouse 1-1. LSK Liverpool 1-3. Even though they started by losing 1-0, they came back, and yeah, they squared, and Diaz converted the penalty, and so Liverpool scored 3-1 against LSK. Rennes, Haifa Maccabi from Israel, Rennes scored 3-0. Panathinaikos of Greece against Villarreal, it ended by 2-0. Panathinaikos scored 2-0. Slavia Praha scored 2-0. Sheriff against Roma, Sheffield I mean Sheriff, the team that is a nightmare to Manchester United. They they lost to Roma, and Lukaku did his thing. Leverkusen and Haken. Leverkusen won 4-0. Karabag Mold. Karabag won 1-0. West Ham Bakatopola. West Ham won 3-1. Olympiacos from Greece, Freiburg won 3, and Olympiacos got 2. Ajax Marseille, game of the day, Thursday. The game was held on a Thursday, and Marseille were losing until Aubameyang did the thing in the last minute, and the last minutes, and the game ended in a 3-3 draw. Brighton lost to Athens, AEK Athens 3-2. Sparta Praha won against Limassol. Rangers, Real Betis, Rangers won. Rangers are from Scotland. Betis from Spain, of course. Atalanta, Raco, Atalanta won 2-0. And finally, Sporting CP, a very exciting team, won against Stam. So they won 2-1. So that's it for Europa League. So Kenyan Premier League, we are in match week 3. As I announced on my Twitter handle, I shifted from Nairobi City Stars. As you all know, I used to play not formally, but yeah, I was affiliated to Nairobi City Stars because the academy, for those who knows Congo in Nairobi, the Goreti area, there's an academy called World Hope Center. There we used to play. So I was a player for City Stars Academy, and yeah, so I had this great connection. And at first, before City Stars were City Stars, they were Kawangware United, which in 2003 they were playing the Kenyan Premier League. So yeah, so I grew up supporting this team. I saw these players playing, and when Kawangware United got relegated, it got into a very poor management. They went under from NSL, Nationwide League, and the team was dismantled, and a new team was born from there. So transition to City Stars under Vapor Sports. Yeah, that's where we used to train and play. So City Stars as like 20 years in the 23 years since 2003 to now. So I was a fan, and yeah, things happened. I felt like I connected more to Shabana than I connected to City, because I moved out of Kawangware when I was finishing class 8, and yeah, I became a fan till the connection kind of faded, and just last year I announced my allegiance to Shabana, but now Shabana not welcoming. Their team filled with a lot of politics. The management is a mess, and I don't know. At the moment, I'm a Shabana supporter, but I don't know what's going to happen. But Shabana has not had the best of the start. Another team that was promoted to the KPL is Murang'a Seal, which has won 2 of his first games, and now but they lost, of course, last week. And yeah, so Murang'a Seal is a proper team. They are well run, and I think they will prosper. And Shabana is trailing behind because of this politics and all that, and I don't like it at the moment, and I hope Simbarati and the people who are fighting for being the patron of the club should stop the politics and focus on nurturing the talents from Kisii land and all over Kenya. And another thing is Shabana is a good team. They have fought their way up. I remember there was a time Nyamweya tried to cook their way up by introducing more teams to the Premier League, but it was followed by a backlash, and they were pushed back, but now they re-strategized and they have come back, and now it seems like they are trying to give away their efforts and what the likes of Onjiri. Yeah, they are good players, and I'd like to be part of Shabana. I'd like to go to the games, and Shabana, in fact, genuinely speaking, just like Manchester United, Arsenal, and Chelsea, these are teams that are followed world over, and the fans are passionate, and there's the same thing, the three teams that are loved and backed by masses is Shabana, Gor Mahia, and Sofapaka, and it's a sad scenario to some extent because they are backed by the tribes behind them, but it's a good look because Gor Mahia has the likes of Murkomen. I mean, it's a diverse thing. The team might be known to come from a certain tribe, but once it's on the way the likes of Gor Mahia package themselves, and the way they play, they have attracted other people from different backgrounds to support them. So Shabana should learn a thing or two and allow other people, as much as Shabana is a team based in Kisii, they should stop this local mentality and become an elite football club, because I feel like I love it more. I want to be part, and there are many people who want to be part of such a movement, because it was very inspiring to see them win last season in the NSL, and now they are in the league after a lot of years, many years, and I wouldn't want to see Shabana go down that way. And so I hope you guys at home as well, wherever you are, you have a team in Kenya that you support. Make sure there's Moranga Seal, Nzoia, there's a Mathare, even if they are not in the KPL, we have Kakamega Homeboys. There are many teams you can support, and we want to be part of the people that are promoting the Kenyan Football League, and I hope if things open up, I have many plans coming up that I'll do my best to promote the KPL within my capacity. So in my own thinking, I hope things will go well, and Banana Imperium Sports is going to commit itself in the future to help promote the Kenyan talents and also the clubs and the FKF Premier League brand, because Kenyans love football. The only thing is we have not gotten this game to the masses, and the only way to package this product and get it out there is by showing the talents, the clubs, what's going on behind the scenes. People connect to something which they are familiar with. So it's my obligation and other channels and other content creators to promote Kenyan football, and I I hope we will do the most to promote Kenyan football, because it is our obligation, and we cannot support the likes of Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool without having our own out there. So we will build this platform with the help of you, my viewers and subscribers, and yeah. So to start, I want you guys to comment with whatever team you like, and if you have not chosen a team, a Kenyan Premier League team, or even NSL, you can choose a team from there and back it up and see how it goes. Make sure you go at least once in a while, go for a game. I'm planning to go watch Shabana, and yeah. So that's it for Kenyan Premier League. So I'll revert back to the Premier League, English Premier League, and there are big games coming up in match week 6. So I'll predict. So this week the roundup show will consist of the warm-up show as well. So Man City Forest on a Saturday at 5 Kenyan time. City 3-1. Newcastle, Crystal Palace, Fulham at the same time, 5 Kenyan time. I think this one is going to end up in a 2-2 draw. Crystal and Fulham 2-2. Luton Town Wolves. Luton Town, they have had a rocky start, same as Wolves, but I think Wolves will win 3-1. Brentford Everton. Everton are coming back from losing to Arsenal. They looked solid in the way they defend. The only thing which was lacking is the goal and the transition from defense from midfield to striking. And so Brentford lost to Newcastle. So these two teams lost 1-0 to Arsenal and Newcastle respectively. And now I think this one is going to be not a draw, is a 3-2, and I bet on Brentford. So 3-2 Brentford at home. Yeah, so 3-2, and yeah, Everton will score 2 goals, Brentford 3. Burnley, Manchester United. Manchester United have to win. In the last 3 games, they lost to Arsenal 3-1, they lost to Brighton 3-1, they lost to Bayern 4-3. Those are 10 goals in 3 games, and I think they have to turn this around, and hasira zote zitakuwa kwa Burnley. So on a Saturday at 10, I think this is going to be 4-1. On a Sunday, Chelsea Aston Villa, a very tough game. I love to watch this one. I like to see what there are 2 quality managers, Pochettino and Unai Emery, and the game will be at Stamford Bridge, and at 4 Kenyan time or East African time. I think Aston Villa is a strong team, and Chelsea has a lot of injuries. I think they might go for a draw of 0-0, but I see Aston Villa winning. So let me say a draw of 1-1. Tottenham Arsenal. The game will be held at Emirates, the mighty Emirates Stadium, and this is one of the, this is the biggest game of the weekend, and let's say the week, and these 2 teams, one has to lose. One has to lose their record. So far, the 2 teams have 13 points each, and they have drawn 1-1 each, and they have won the last 4 games. So the Tottenham and Arsenal is going to be a tough one, but Arsenal are going to win 4-1. Big statement, huh? So tomorrow I'm going to make the combined 11. I'm going to make a video featuring Arsenal and Tottenham, the North London derby, of course. And yeah, I'll give an explanation why I have predicted 4-1. I might change, of course, but in the past we have scored 3-1, 3-2, but this one I think it's going to be a tough game, either 2-0 or 4-1, but I go with 4-1. Liverpool West Ham, another tough game. West Ham had not lost till last week. Liverpool have not lost a game. They are equally tied with Tottenham, Arsenal, with 13 points at the moment. And so I think their game is on Sunday and at 4, and they will win 2-1. Yeah, 2-1 at Anfield. The game will be held at Anfield. Brighton, Bournemouth. Brighton will score 5 goals. It's given 5-2. Yeah, so that's my prediction, 5-2 to Brighton. And last game of the day is Sheffield, Newcastle, and Newcastle will kill Sheffield 5-1. Big statements, right? Yeah, so that's it for today. This is Aben the Banana Boy, the king of the Banana Imperium Kingdom, and hope to see you on the next one. Stay blessed. Keep supporting our channel. Keep supporting our channels, because we have a Banana Imperium Network, Banana Imperium Sports, and yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Peace, 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 peace out.